बहन सेम
So not me. Commitment phobic.
फालतू की सूडो होइटी टोइटी है.
I just found this out. Hello.
And welcome to With Love, Twin Me Not.
My name is Aanchal.
And I'm Antra.
And together we're called Twin Me Not. We're not twins. That's why it's Twin Me Not. But people often confuse that.
We're just sisters, guys. We're just sisters who happen to spend some time together. Like, we're just flatmates. And
yeah, we just started one brand together, then another one. And then even launched a studio, a content and dance studio called
Manifest by TMN.
We also have 183 WhatsApp groups together. No kidding.
Yeah, and we also happen to share the same set of parents. So yeah.
What a surprise!
You know? And we thought कि अभी भी enough नहीं हो रहा है.
Gotta do more.
Which is why, to take a break from each other, we started this podcast where you can get your eyes and ears into our conversation and our chapa.
So welcome. Now let's just take you through how this partnership started, which will be a few decades back.
सब कुछ नहीं बताना होता. And see, it actually started as a sole proprietorship because she happened to arrive a few years before me.
Just a few.
We will not go into details. And then the partnership began when I arrived.
She was born. So, she was a very introverted kid, and I was always like, why is she so boring? And I used to not bully, but like really push her to dance. That, how can you not dance?
Her exact words were, "तू आंचल की बहन होके कैसे नहीं नाच सकती?" And
how
that
entitled.
Traumatizes me.
So anyway, so that happened, and we just started dancing together a little forcefully. We used to perform for family functions, friends and family visiting with like elaborate musicals. We did it all. At least they were elaborate in our head.
And they enjoyed it.
They were super fun.
But hey, that's what brought us here. So,
right. So throughout childhood, always had each other's back, never rattled each other's out. In fact, even when we were fighting and this one is crying, she would take reverse tears when our granddad used to ask what's going on, and I was like, kuch nahi dadu, kuch nahi. And we never basically threw each other under the bus. So that was the kind of strong partnership we always had until tada, college happened. Yeah, I think for a good part of a decade, we were not in the same city. Yes, we met very briefly during the year. And I guess the whole high school time and college time is so pivotal in a person's life that we were going through our own challenges. So didn't really have the time to connect so much during
and our lives
phase.
Also kind of became very independent of each other. There were no common lines, and we were also exploring as every young college or high school kid should. And then when college ended, we both happened to be in the same city, Bangalore, after a really long time.
Yeah, that's actually when we really started living together and going to places together after all these years. People started asking us everywhere, are you twins? Are you twins? And we didn't even realize that we looked similar.
Yeah.
So it just became a thing. Like at least 4 to 5 times a week, people would ask us,
Till date.
Even after being on social media, they ask us. So this kind of stuck with us. And we were, figuring out our relationship again. Antra was in a corporate job back then. And one day, out of nowhere, she called me and she's like, no, gotta get famous, gotta do something of our own. And let's just go for it. Let's just start.
And it was like she was waiting for me to say those words. It literally was like a proposal. She's like, yes, 100 times yes. And this, we're talking pre-COVID times.
Yes, just before COVID.
And we were like, okay, naam decide karte hain. We knowing nothing about content creation, and content creation wasn't really rife at that time.
It was very new. Nobody knew what was happening.
Yeah, yeah.
So we decided to take a trip.
We took a trip on Siblings Day. Incidentally, we didn't plan it, and we went to Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
And all we had was the name of the page because we were, I think, doing a little back and forth, and it was a play on Touch Me Not.
Yeah, Touch Me Not became Twin Me Not.
Twin Me Not. And yeah, I mean, we started very amateurishly creating content, dance videos.
That back then landscape videos were the real thing, right?
And slow-mos, and God knows it's very cringe. We might do an episode just
Reviewing
showing you
that.
all of that.
But yeah, so that's how Twin Me Not started. And then, COVID happened.
Yeah.
And because of COVID, we happened to be stuck, just the two of us, in a house. And we were bored.
So if you see, guys, boredom plays a very key role in
Boredom
our
and
story.
frustration.
Yeah, boredom and frustration has been a fun journey, and I think we just had to kill time so that we don't kill each other. Because
So
it
we
was
decided making content. Like most of the world.
Yeah, and I think we were creating content prior to that
Yeah.
also, but we just became extremely regular because that used to be our downtime during the
we
day
started
of the
doing
week.
a lot of Instagram lives also.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the COVID actually gave birth to this content space. And then she continued with her job for a few years, and I was anyway freelancing in the space of dance, fitness, until one day our parents visited us, and they were like, that this was the first time they actually saw us work, and we were working like crazy.
Day in, day out, just no timings, no sleep, no food.
Right. And then what happened?
And then my corporate veteran father, out of the blue, I'm in a Zoom meeting, and he comes and he's like, Jawani waste kar rahi hai. I'm like, what are you saying? He's like, you need to quit your job. This is not what you're supposed to do. I'm like, are you serious? How am I going to survive? How is, like, the first thought every corporate employee gets is, where will the salary come from? And then we had discussions. She was also hesitant in the beginning.
Initially, I was.
Even
'cause-
mom was a little hesitant, but then we talked through it. As a family, we took a trip. We talked through talked through this. And my dad's like, resign now. 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 And we did so. And I think the journey after that, we might speak about in detail in
Later.
another episode perhaps. But basically, all these are key moments that define different stages of our partnership. And here we are. The next segment that we are doing is called Same or Lame. It's so self-explanatory, but we have to be very emphatic in our responses. So, start. Shoot away.
Watching the same show again and again for the 178th time instead of finding a new one.
Same बहन, same. नहीं होता
Comment
यार.
below if you're like us.
Yeah, see, watching a new show or new movie is like a commitment, which I'm not ready to give right now. The ones who have won my heart previously, they remain.
Commitment phobic. TV show commitment phobic.
Planning each trip to the T with Excel sheets of everything, even content.
Lame. Actually, not lame, but definitely not same. Because I'm more spontaneous. Kar lenge yaar, figure out. We'll go with the flow, Antra. We have Excel sheets for content, guys.
We have
For
Excel
every
sheets.
trip.
We have Excel sheets on trips कि किसका कितने घंटे से कितने घंटे शूट होगा, कौन बीच में ब्रेक लेगा, कौन सुसु ब्रेक ले सकता है. Everything is planned. अजनबी जिसने देखी है.
Tell us in the comments. Everything is planned. Anyway, making cringe reels.
Same. She is not in it. She will not do cringe reels, but I love cringe reels. I love to do kokila. Tuk, 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 tuk. Yeah.
So not me.
तो फालतू की सूडो होइटी टोइटी है और कुछ नहीं. She'll enjoy everything, but she'll claim not to. Okay. Jamming to item numbers like Favicol say.
Lame. It is so not me. Yeah, it's just not me. I need some classy music. Bollywood, chal, like, Bollywood is great but classic.
Tamanche pe disco, tamanche pe disco. If you want trashy song, play this.
Don't come to me. Dancing or shooting in public places cause aesthetic.
Okay, it started off as play.
मैंने कहाँ इसको नचाया है.
Guys, मैं बहुत जगहों से kick out हुई हूँ and I am not so like वो बचपन का introvert अभी भी है मेरे में. I don't like getting embarrassed, but अब ना सारी शर्म हया इसने ऐसे फेंक दी है. तो now we are unpacking right away after a trip and not procrastinating for 2 weeks. And before she answers, as we speak, there are suitcases still in our living room. So answer them.
Definitely not. Yeah, guys, please tell me you relate to this. When you come from a trip, you're like still in the hangover of the trip, and you need time to kind of withdraw from that trip. That is when you start unpacking, or when you really need the items in the suitcase.
No, but इसको ना दोहरे चढ़ते हैं. Like someday she will just go on a spree where along with the suitcase she'll clean the rest of the house. So मैं भी अब क्या करती हूँ? I don't unpack it. I wait for her to get that dose that she has to do it. And मेरे भी कपड़े साथ साथ निकल के मेरे रूम के बाहर आ जाते हैं. So I've cracked the code.
I just found this out.
Oh shit. Keeping a tab on all Bollywood TV gossip.
Lame.
Please.
Nobody has the time.
Oh, whenever she has to cross-check some news, she comes to me. She does not go on Google. She's like, अच्छा इसके साथ breakup हो गया. You want all the goss, but you just want me to do the work behind it.
Let's say there's a famous person, and the famous person was dating somebody. Antra will make sure she stalks the sister of this partner, or maybe their neighbor also, to get the goss about, this. So,
But at least,
lame.
I get authentic
Stalker.
information. Next time, आना मेरे पास जानने, हाँ?
Now, moving on to our final segment, which is things nobody told us about
Siblings.
So, just because you're born in the same family doesn't really mean that, you'll have the same beliefs, same love language, same communication styles. You can still be different.
Yeah, and you figure it out as you go. It's a constant journey because you're not the same person you were last month also, let
Which is
alone
good.
Yeah, it's always dynamic. So you accept wherever we are in our life. Coming to my point, this is also very poetic. As you grow older, relationships fade. Your best friend may not be the same person anymore. Your friend group might just be scattered. You may not have the same kind of equation with your relatives and cousins or whatever. But the one bond that truly stands the test of time. See, this is what she does not do. This is what we say different love languages right here.
Roles keep changing with time. Just because I'm the older sister doesn't mean I'll always, take charge. There are so many times when she takes charge. And sometimes she's the bad cop, sometimes I'm the bad cop. And it changes with time. You keep switching roles, and that's fun.
Having a sibling makes it so much easier to deal with different sorts of people in life, different sorts of situations.
That is not what we wrote.
I don't want to go controversial, but आप लोग समझ गए ना?
Guess in the comments.
हम किसी को direct नहीं कर रहे, but basically it just makes it, you have a partner with you
who always has context.
Exactly.
Imagine explaining this to an outsider.
Yeah, it's like यार पूरा समझाना पड़ेगा, मैं बता ही नहीं रही यार, छोड़ो, मैं I will sulk for a bit and I'll be okay.
And most importantly, blood is thicker than water.
You just sounded like a vampire while saying that.
But anyway, guys, that's all we have for today. And hope to have you join us with every episode.
And guys, like new YouTubers, like, share and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. We'll drop all the handles right here.
We have many. Check it out. And until next time,
With love,
twin me not.